London with DIYG, and today I'm going to show you guys how to build your very own blanket ladder. This will be way cheaper than going to the store and buying one, and you'll have a lot more fun. So here we go. First things first, we need to take a trip to Lowe's. You will need 2.5-inch wood screws. You'll need a fine grit sanding block or sandpaper. If you'd like a cleaner look, grab some wood filler. Grab a wood stain of your choice. Right next to that stain, you'll want to grab a clear wood finish. If you don't have a paintbrush at home, go ahead and grab one. Now you'll want to grab 3 1x2 by 6 foot boards. At Lowe's, they'll cut your wood for free. You're going to want 2 of those boards at 5 feet, and then that last board cut into 4 17-inch pieces. Some additional supplies you'll need will be a drill, a tape measure, a screwdriver, some wood glue, an old rag, a hammer, a spatula, and a pencil. Double check and make sure that you have all of your supplies. I'm going to put a lot of my supplies into my DIYG tool belt so that they're easier to grab. Now we're ready to go, so first let's grab our sanding block. Alright, now we're just going to sand down all of these wood pieces to make sure that they're smooth and ready to go. Next, go ahead and grab your hammer. Now you're just going to take your hammer and go to town on all of your wood pieces. The more dents your wood has, the better the stain will absorb, and it will also give it a more vintage look. Next, you'll want to grab your tape measure and your pencil. You'll want to measure and mark your first board at 3 inches and then the last 3 15 inches apart. Now go ahead and break out your wood glue. Now you're going to take your glue and put a little bit on each side of your rungs and then place it back where you had marked with pencil. Make sure not to add too much glue, otherwise it will get on the sides of your wood pieces and your stain will most likely not cover the glue. Next, grab your drill. Now we will create pilot holes for your screws where every rung meets the side piece. Now you'll need to grab your screws and your screwdriver. Now you'll place your screws over each of your pilot holes and fasten them in with your screwdriver. Your hand might get a little tired using the screwdriver, so if you'd like, you can go ahead and use your drill for this step. Next up, you'll want to break out your wood filler. Grab your spatula and put a thin layer of filler over each of your screws. This is for if you'd like a cleaner look to your ladder, but be cautious because if you're using a stain rather than paint, then you might be able to see a slight color difference where this filler is. your wood filler has dried, it will turn to a yellowish color, and you'll want to grab your sand block and lightly sand down those places. Be sure not to press too hard while you're sanding, otherwise you might uncover that screw once again. Now bring out your wood finish and old rag. Now you'll take your rag and dip it in the stain and apply it all over your blanket ladder. This is my favorite part because I feel like it brings the whole project together, and you can add as many layers as you'd like depending on how dark you want your stain. Now you'll want to set that ladder out to dry for about an hour. Once it's dry, grab your wood finish and your paintbrush. You'll take your brush and dip it in the finish and spread a thin layer all over your ladder. Once you're done, you'll want to set it out to dry again for about 2 hours. There is one last step. It is time to add some blankets. Alright, now you have your very own blanket ladder. Thanks for watching!